Are we good?
We're good.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Yin class today. I'm Sonia. Oh, there's Cindy. So thank you for your patience with all the technology. It's like, everything's getting stirred up. So awesome. It's a great opportunity for us to really practice our yoga off the mat. So let's come to a comfortable seat. Today's going to be a nice, relaxed practice. We're going to need minimal props. If you have blocks, great. If you don't, no worries. Again, it's always nice to have a blanket or a towel on your mat for extra cushion, but if you don't have that, it's all good. Thank you for sharing your practice today. So let's come to our meditation seat, and we'll close our eyes and begin to just bring our awareness inward. Even if you might be working from home, we're still wanting to disconnect, to make that disconnect, to kind of create some boundaries that can easily be blurred during this time. And so we go inward. We connect to our breath. As you welcome yourself to your practice, begin to let go of your day, of everything before this moment. Just taking some nice, full, mindful breaths as you let the body relax with each breath. Take a moment here to check in with yourself. As always, checking in with our body. Notice what's going on, how you're feeling, any tension that's happening. Checking in with your heart, your emotional state, and with your mind. Just allowing whatever is surfacing to be, just sitting with it, noticing it, acknowledging it. The next few breaths, offer the exhale to any parts where you're feeling a little extra tight or tension, or maybe there's some pain happening in the body. And just picture that tension or pain melting away. Maybe the spine grows longer here. You feel a lengthening from the root all the way up through your crown. We'll bring our right hand to our heart, left hand on top. As you set an intention for yourself, for your practice, or any other offering that feels good to you today. And you'll take 2 nice full breaths, nice and mindful, letting the belly rise on the inhale. And on the exhale, the belly draws toward the spine. Take one more like that. And then we'll take a nice full breath, sighing out any other tension, any other energies that we need to release. Inhale. Exhale it out. You'll go ahead and open your eyes, release your hands by your sides. Begin to come onto all fours. We'll come onto our tabletop. Just take some gentle movement here. Maybe sway the hips side to side. We'll come back to neutral and take a few rounds of cat and cow, inhaling the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Moving to the rhythm of your own breath. Just really giving the spine a nice stretch here. It's a nice way to end your day with a yin practice. Setting yourself up for a nice sleep, hopefully. We'll do one more round and come back to neutral. We'll curl the toes under, send the hips up to the sky for downward dog. As you take some gentle movement here, pedaling it out. Pedal your legs, pedal the right, pedal the left. Come back to neutral, walking your feet to the top of your mat between your hands for dangle. So here, your feet will be hip-width distance apart. You can have blocks to rest your hands on, or you can rest your hands on the mat, or take hold of opposite elbows, hanging out in this variation of dangle, also known as ragdoll in yang yoga. And you'll find stillness here, settling in, softening the knees, letting the neck and head go. We'll be here for a few. It's really releasing any energies that are, stored in the body, especially during these times of uncertainty where we tend to, hold on to stress and tension in order to be able to forge through our days that might challenge us. It's a good time for us to let go and release and metabolize whatever is showing up for us. Everything will pass. Nothing remains the same. And at the same time, it's important for us to process whatever we need to process. Stay connected to your breath. Don't allow any parts of the body that are holding on to tension to release that tension. Only you know where that is for you in your body. If you find that your mind is extra busy this evening, remember that you can always offer something to ground you, like an affirmation or a mantra, something repetitive to bring the mind back to the present moment. We're almost there. Take 2 breaths. And a nice full breath, side out. Slowly you'll roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, neck and head last. Finding your way to Tadasana. From here, you'll shrug your shoulders up by your ears and then drop them down gently. Do that 2 more times. Shrug and release. Last one. Take a moment here to just notice how grounded you feel in this moment. Maybe your eyes are closed. Bring awareness to the feet. Just allow yourself to feel this sensation of being rooted and supported by the earth beneath you. You'll open your eyes. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Prayer through the center as you dive down. Inhale, lengthen the heart, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Step it back, downward dog. And from here, you'll come back, make your way back to tabletop, onto all fours. And we'll bring our knees mat width distance apart, big toes touch, dropping the seat to the heels, finding your way to child's pose. Maybe you want to bend your elbows and bring your hands over your head in prayer, or your arms around your sides to the back in that nice walnut-shaped child's pose. Settling in here. Just taking this rest. Nice offering you can also choose is to offer gratitude to your body, to the different parts of your body and functions that your body performs on a minute-to-minute basis that we don't really acknowledge, especially all the work that our bodies are doing right now as we're navigating these uncertain times. Our nervous system alone is such a well-oiled machine. Something for certain to be grateful for. Where can you soften a little bit more? Allow yourself to deepen into the pose. Taking a couple of breaths. And the nice full breath, sighing it out. Slowly begin to come back to your tabletop. Just take a moment here and offer any movement you feel you need. Again, you can do that little swaying of the hips side to side. Some hip circles are nice too, or some cat and cow. Move through what you need to move through. We'll come back to neutral and slowly lower ourselves down to our bellies, resting on our forearms, elbows directly underneath the shoulders. We'll take hold of opposite elbows just to measure out. Make sure we're shoulder width distance apart, coming into Sphinx. So we'll soften the lower part of our body from the waist down. Make sure you're not clenching your lower back or seat. And you'll draw the heart forward, shoulders away from the ears. The neck can follow the natural curvature of your spine, or you can gently drop your chin down slightly. And close your eyes and settle in. Again, this is a pretty active pose in the upper body. Just make sure you're not gripping in the jaw or the lower back. and the shoulders. Hips deepen into the pose, tops of the thighs, knees, feet. Sink a little deeper. Just a reminder in yin, the importance of remaining still in the pose so we can access that connective tissue, and how the mind, when we're reaching the peak of the pose, it really tries to pull us out of the pose, because the ego knows that change is occurring in our physiology. And the ego doesn't like change. So you'll know when your mind is trying to pull you out. You'll find all the little tricky excuses, like, you know, it'll start to maybe complain, when is this pose over? Or I have an itch, or I have to fix my shirt. Notice what comes up for you. We're almost there. Taking a couple of breaths. And a nice full breath, sigh it out. Go ahead and slowly lower yourself down. Make a little pillow with your hands and rest here. Wiggle the hips side to side, or bend at the knees and windshield wiper the legs. And come back to neutral. Extend your legs and just rest here for 3 breaths. So bring your hands by your sides. On the next breath, begin to press back up to your tabletop. Again, take a moment here. Notice if you still need a little movement, and take that movement before we come into the next pose. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your right knee to meet your right wrist. And the back leg will extend back. So we're coming into sleeping swan, also known as pigeon in our flow yoga. And you're going to lift your heart up and then slowly lower yourself down for that sleeping pigeon. Rest your head on your hands, or if you have a block, you can place your forehead here, and we'll be here for a few. Giving a little love to the hips. Check in with yourself. Notice, where can you soften? Where can you relax a little bit more? Been sharing with students that this is even though it's such an interesting time, and maybe some of us feel challenged, it's also a great time for us to really get to know ourselves on a deeper level, and to learn to become more resilient, to work on our mindset. So there are a lot of opportunities amidst the challenges always. You just have to be willing to look for those opportunities. Taking 2 breaths. And a nice full breath, side out. Slowly begin to come back up, pressing through your hands to the mat. Curl the back toes, lift up the left leg, and send your right knee back to meet the left, back to your tabletop. Take a little stretch here. Press through the right ball of your right foot, pressing back, giving the calf a stretch. And then switch sides, stretch out left side too as well. And come back, do a little sway of the hips. We'll come back to neutral and switch sides, bringing our left knee to meet our left wrist. Then you'll extend your right leg back, feeling that nice opening in the right hip, the groin area, lifting up the heart on the inhale and slowly dropping down into your sleeping swan. Make your little pillow, rest your head, let everything go. Find your stillness here. Notice if your shoulders are holding on, and allow them to drop back, releasing any tension or any gripping. Check in with your breath. The breath feel like you're holding on, or is it flowing with ease? Taking a couple of breaths. A nice full breath, side out. Slowly pressing up onto your hands, curling the back toes, lifting up as you send that left knee back, right knee meets it. Take a moment here. Again, little movement. You can take cat and cow if that's what you feel. You can sway your hips side to side, stretch the legs, pressing through the ball of each foot. Give yourself a stretch here. And then we'll come back to our tabletop. We're gonna come into ankle stretch. So knees together, feet together. You'll come to sit on your heels. And from here, again, your hands are gonna support you. You're gonna begin to lean back onto your heels and your knees are gonna lift. The level of intensity is up to you. You can walk your hands back if you wanna go deeper and feel more sensation. You're gonna feel this in the tops of the ankles and tops of the feet. If that's too much sensation for you, you're gonna back off by walking the hands forward. Either way, we're gonna settle in here for a few minutes. Go ahead and close your eyes. It might feel a little awkward. We don't often open the tops of our feet. You might start to get a little bit of a cramp feeling. Back off if it's too much. Let the shoulders be soft. The jaw is soft. Even though your core is engaged, be mindful that you're allowing the breath to flow. We're almost there. Taking 2 breaths. And a nice full breath, sighing it out. Slowly coming back onto the mat. You're going to drop your seat to the right, come to sit and extend the legs out in front of you. Notice how your ankles feel here for a moment. Stretch the toes open and then take some ankle circles here in one direction. And then switch directions. Come back to neutral and point and flex the feet a few times. And then we'll come back to stillness. I'm gonna come into caterpillar. So get nice and long in the spine. Keep a soft bend in the knees. We're gonna round into our caterpillar. So we'll draw the belly towards the spine and begin to round down. Remember that we're not forcing our way to reach our feet. In yin, we're just dropping into wherever the pose takes us. We're not muscling our way anywhere. There's nowhere to go. We're just being. Let your neck and head go as you round in here. Your hands drop by your sides. They can be either palms face down if you're feeling like you need some grounding, or up if you're wanting to receive something today, if you're feeling receptive. And again, keep checking in with your body. Where can you soften? Where can you release that muscular tension that we so smartly hide in the little pockets of our bodies and our mind and our heart? Tension is not just physical. Taking 2 breaths. With a nice full breath, exhaling it out. Slowly rolling back through center, back to neutral. Bring your hands behind you. And on the inhale, you're going to send the heart forward, tilt your head back slightly. Shoulders open up. And exhale, round inch into chest. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. 1 more. Coming back to neutral, you're going to bend your knees, bring your hands behind your thighs, and slowly lower yourself down onto your mat. We're going to come in for a rooted twist. So we're going to cross our legs as if we were sitting in a chair, like ladylike. Left knee over right. Arms will open out into a T or cactus. And you'll let your legs drop over to the right side in your twist. Gaze can stay neutral or over to the left. Again, let the shoulders drop back and sink into the pose. The upper back sinks a little deeper. That feeling of relaxation travels all the way down your spine to your lower back. Letting go, relaxing. Notice if your legs can soften a little more. Taking 2 breaths. A nice full breath, side out. Slowly bring your legs back to center, uncross them. Give yourself a little hug here. Maybe take a little gentle rock side to side, massaging the spine. Nice. And you come back to center and cross the opposite side. So right over left. And twisting to the left side. As you settle in here, Open up the right side body. Maybe you'll notice the difference from one side to the other. Oftentimes we have one side that's more open. Drop in a little bit more with each breath, releasing that muscular tension. Taking 2 breaths. A nice full breath. Exhale it out. Coming back to center. Uncross your legs. Take a little movement here. You can even bring your feet to the mat and windshield wiper the knees side to side if you'd like. And when you feel ready, you can begin to settle into your final resting pose, Shavasana. So you seal the benefits of your practice here. Begin awakening your body. To bring awareness back into the space. Offer some gentle movement, wiggle the toes, the fingers, gently turning the head side to side. When you're ready, you'll hug your knees to your chest, turning onto one side, staying here for a moment. And when you feel ready, you'll come back up to your meditation seat, where we'll meet with our hands to prayer at the heart, bowing down in gratitude. As you move around about the rest of your week, just remind yourself to look for all the good that can come from these challenging times. Thank you all for sharing your practice and your energy with me today. I honor the light within you that's also within me. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Krista. Thank you,
Bye.
Andy. Thank you, Cindy.
You
Have a great
Bye.
day.
Thank you.
guys.
Bye. Be
Bye.
well.
You too.
You too.
Night, Andy. Night, Cindy.
Bye.